Hey everybody, I just wanted to do a quick screen share video of how to use permitrack to supplement our standard operating procedure SOP that I previously sent out. So when you first log into permitrack, you should see a screen like this. We've only listed one person to have access to permitrack, and if you send me an email, I can let you know who that is. And if you guys want to share the username and password with the person that actually completes these inspection, that's fine. But when you log in, you should see a screen like this. You'll hit the erosion control link. Obviously, you won't see this many projects on your screen. You may have just one, you may have two if you have two projects going on in Westminster. I am going to do an inspection for one of our capital improvement projects. So to start it, you will just go to add inspection. And then you can select the inspector name. The list will be a little different here for you. It'll be project specific to the way that I've set up this project. It automatically populates today's date. You are able to go change it to a different date if you wanted to. The inspection time, the weather would be great. It's not required. It's not a required entry. Mostly we pull this from the Thornton weather website. That a link to that is on the SOP. At least a temperature and whether it was sunny or snowy or overcast would be great. You're going to select the violation follow-up as the inspection type when you're doing an inspection follow-up for the inspection that we do. This is not meant to be used for your routine inspections that you do for the state. So either whether you're doing those weekly or every 2 weeks and after major rainfall events, you guys can use whichever program you have been using or whatever method you have been using. That is not what this is for. This is going to replace the operator compliance forms that you guys previously were filling out. Under action required, we're going to select official notice and comment. This is really just a general comment. I don't know that you guys would ever really use this, but you can, use that as a general overall comment. Inspection document, I don't expect you to use that either. It could be if for some reason you wanted to include your routine inspection form, your weekly or every 2 week inspection form, but we don't require that, so I don't expect you to upload anything like that. It could be a new swamp map that you've revised, but again, we don't typically require that. You will notice at first it'll show your previous inspection deficiencies. So that is an easy reminder of what you need to submit a new picture for. In this case, for this project, it was just erosion control blanketing. Now that the work is kind of completed, but there's some delay in putting in the landscaping, so it just needs to have some kind of temporary erosion control blanket until it can be landscaped. You will likely have many more BMPs listed for your project. This project is at the end, so it's the only real BMP that's out there, or should be out there. So, for instance, if you have construction fencing and you didn't have a deficiency or maintenance item for the construction fencing, you can just leave this defaulted to no, that you don't need to inspect that. There is no deficiency. You just keep scrolling through until you find the BMP that you need to submit a photo for. So in this case, we will say, yes, we inspected the erosion control blanket because there was a deficiency for that. We would select correct, that was corrected, and then you can add a note erosion control blanket was installed, if I could type, installed on 12/23/20, for instance. That is kind of the place that you would provide a comment like you did before on the operator compliance form for each photo. So then you can select choose file. I was at Lowe's looking at Christmas tree boxes, so I'm just going to upload this photo for now. If you notice before, it says right now it says no file chosen under choose file. Once I select this photo, it now has a file name for that photo. So that means it's been uploaded. If you're using an iPad and taking a photo with that, then a photo will actually populate in this area. But when you're back at the office using a laptop, it does not. So you'll do this for each B&P that you have either a maintenance or a deficiency on. I know before if you only had maintenance items, you would just submit photos to us. With this new system, and I think once you become familiar with it, it's pretty easy to just snap a photo and upload it into the system. We are asking that you guys submit photos this way for just maintenance items also. So when you're done, you can hit save. Note that if maybe you have a different person that reviews your inspection reports before you submit them to us, and there might still be some changes, you'll want to keep it on draft, so that way you can still go back and make edits or delete and redo it. If you are done, then you can select final. I'm not going to do that now because I want to be able to go back and delete this dummy inspection, so I'm going to leave it as draft. But you'll switch it to final, and then you can hit save. I didn't select an inspector, so I will select an inspector as myself. Then you can hit save. And I think normally, and it'll automatically email folks that are already listed in the contact list. So we have a permittee listed, who is the one that has access to has access to permitrack. And then we also list everybody that you have selected that you want people to get copied on. And that includes me and Robert as well. So once you hit save, it'll send as an email, and you don't have to do anything else. Hopefully that clears up some of the questions on permitrack. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any additional questions and need any assistance. We can set up a Teams meeting, and you can share your screen, and we can go over any issues that you have. Thank you. Have a good day.